So when you are taking insurance, the first principle the insurance company will want to know is, do you have an interest in that property? So that I don't go take an insurance for Kalu. I don't go take insurance for Kalu. Then baadaye nikuje nimue because I don't care, I don't know him, so I'll not kill you. But if I kill Kalu to get benefit from insurance, tuseme nimechukua insurance ya life yake, niseme yeye akifa mimi ni beneficiary nilipwe. It's easy to kill Kalu than killing my child. Sindio? I will not kill my child to get money, but I can kill someone else. But I've never killed by the way. Let me use another example. If I insure property, insure hii nyumba iko na vitu ndani. If it is mine, I'll not be tempted to set it on fire. But if ni ya mtu mwingine, I'll come at night, I set it on fire so that I'll be paid. So, to govern that problem, you must have an insurable interest for what you are insuring. You must show that there is a relationship with you. The second one, utmost good faith. Utmost good faith ndio tunasema kusema ukweli, ukweli mtupu na ni ukweli au ukweli, sio? Ukweli wote. Utmost good faith is when you are taking insurance, or insurance is a business of trust. You are paying insurance company premium, trusting that at the end of 8 years, or in case of an accident, they'll pay you. So with that trust, what will make trust to be governable is utmost good faith. Utmost good faith. Filling a proposal form, we will talk about how to buy insurance. But when you are buying insurance, you'll be asked questions by the insurance company. They don't know you. What's your age? I'm 32. I'm just saying that's not my age, but I'm 32 years. I'm 34, I'm 35. Where do you live? Kilifi. Have you, what's your average monthly income? What's your average monthly income from your business, salary, here and there? What's your average monthly income? You say 30,000, you say 50,000, you say 10,000. Those questions that are asked by insurance company, you must give with truthful, in a truthful way, utmost good faith. They'll ask you, have you ever suffered from, or have you ever been diagnosed with the following diseases? One, blood pressure. They'll ask you about arthritis. They'll ask you about epilepsy, cancer, those chronic diseases. So you must disclose in a truthful way, because at the time of a claim, if you had lied, it can be a reason for an insurance company to devoid the claim. Kusema hapana, ulidanganya. When you are taking insurance, the insurance company calculates the premiums that you should pay. A person who is 25 years old and a person who is 70 years old, who is likely to die early?
God knows.
Let's move science. So you say mortality rates, you say 70 is likely to die early because of age. Anyway, you will not live forever. But it does not rule out that the person who is 25 is likely to, can die also early. But the chances of a person who is 70 is likely to die is higher. So, premium paid by a person, we are taking a policy for the same child of 3,000 of age 10 years or 2 years old. The person who is 70 years will pay more premium. Before I forget, that's why it's good to buy life insurance when you are young, when you are still young. So, you disclose the information fully and truthfully. Everything that's asked, it may look so simple, but in case of a dispute, umesema ulikuwa maandika beneficiary, bahati mbaya umeaga. Beneficiary ameenda kuclaim, akaulizwa alete medical report. Medical report nasema, or even death certificate, cause of death, seme cancer. Bahati mbaya najua cancer imesumbua sio? Lakini insurance company ilikuwa imekuuliza kitambo, do you have cancer? Have you ever been diagnosed with cancer? You said no. So if the insurance company goes to the hospital and they get information that that cancer was diagnosed before you took the policy, then it can be a reason to devoid the claim.
In cases where, like umesema kama you're filling the form,
yes,
yeah, kupata policy.
In a proposal form.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to be truthful.
Yes.
So let's say in cases where your salary is not constant, like for mwanabiashara leo unapata 500 kesho and all that. So you kulipa the premium, how do you rate ndo mumpatie hiyo figure ukilipa?
All right. The question will be, what's your average? Are you resign what's your income? What's your average monthly income?
Yeah.
So you say 30,000, but along the way things can change. So that's why you need to be updating your policy along the way. If your income goes up, update the insurance company that today my income is 50,000. Because let's talk about that income. If you have a policy called personal accident, mahali my colleague Abel alisema you are not covered as a driver. You take a policy inaitwa aje? Personal accident. So PA, personal accident is ukipata accident, insurance company will pay you for the losses, the injuries. But also, when you get an accident, are you able to go to work? No. The insurance company also will pay you what you used to get as income until you recover. So if you are disclosed 20,000, they'll pay you 20,000. And probably that time your income was 70,000. But at that point, because you did not disclose truthfully, it will affect you. Before I move to the third one, I'm just giving examples of things that can be asked. The material facts. What's your age? If you are insuring your car, they'll ask you what's the age, the model, registration number of the car. Is the age of a car important in insurance? Yes. If the year of manufacture is 2003, another one is manufactured in 2014. The one in 2003, manufactured in 2003 is likely to have mechanical challenges more than the one which is new still. Yes. Also the type of the vehicle, we know the vehicles in inabeba mzigo na zile hazibebi mzigo, sio? The private vehicles. If it's a Probox and a Mercedes, which one is the aviation mzigo? Probox. Yes. So insurance company will want to know what's the model of your car for them to gauge the risk they are exposing themselves to. Another one is the type of stock in a shop. In theft insurance, when we talk about theft insurance, if this is a shop and you are stocking chairs, you are selling chairs, the same shop and someone is selling earrings, it's like a supermarket. Which one has more temptation of theft? Earrings, ndio. Why? You can easily put in your pocket, inaweza feature, ni ndogo ndogo. So you must disclose the type of stock, the state of health of the person asking for insurance, the route in marine insurance. Marine insurance is the insurance is the mailing. So if you are insuring that cargo inside the marine, you must disclose the route it is taking. So those are some examples of material facts that you must disclose in full and in a truthful manner. Third principle is approximate cost. Proximate cost is the actual cause of loss. Ni nini kilisababisha hasara? The actual cause. The peril or event which dominates or is efficient in causing the loss is called the proximate cost. It deals with finding out what is the closest or first cause of the loss. I'll give you a photo to drive this point home. There is an accident. No, is it clear? Yeah, there is an accident there. There are about, how many vehicles? Let's assume there are fast. But let's say from this point, from this vehicle is not knocked, right? Or is it knocked? Yes, it looks like it's knocked. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 vehicles here. Zimegongana from the back. So there are many vehicles, but let's assume the first 4 from this side are the ones which have gotten an accident. See? So following that principle of proximate cause, what has caused the loss of, what has caused that accident or the losses? Hizo bumper za nyuma zimeumia, kuna gari imeinuliwa, mlango imefunguka. What has caused this loss? Using the principle of proximate cause. Because I say proximate cause is the closest or the first cause of the loss. Is it vehicle number 1, 2, 3, or 4? Nimeelewa principle of proximate cause here. Proximate cause is what causes. What causes the accident or the first cause or the closest cause. So for these losses, or for these losses that you have seen on the display there, which one is the cause? Is it vehicle number 1, 2, 3, 4? He's saying number 1. Why?
Because as you see in the picture,
Yes.
if it could not be the first vehicle, it could not happen to the second, and the third, and the fourth.
Perfect. If it was not the first vehicle, probably this vehicle pushed this one, the other one pushed the other one, so there was a knock for knock after the other because of the first vehicle. Who has a different view? So I'm seeing 2 hands. Let me start from the gentleman at the back.
Can be the second vehicle.
It can be the second vehicle.
Inaweza kuwa ile ambayo iko mbele imesimama. Hii ya nyuma ikaenda vile imesimama.
Okay, so second vehicle is bigger instant brakes here. I have a different view. Excuse me then. I have a different view. The cause of accident is not vehicle number 1, 2, 3, or 4. There is another vehicle here. Can you see that the bumper of this one is also wrecked?
Yes.
So the first vehicle, which is I can't see on this side, is the actual cause, which is the proximate cause. When I teach, I usually use an example of you have a Probox. You are transporting mangoes from Garissa to here. You have insured your car. Along the way, you get an accident. From Garissa, where do you come to? Which town is that? Katikati before here. So, Malindi. There's Malindi. Witu. Let's say you are in Witu. You get an accident. So you call your insurance company. Wameshaambia garage, chukua gari pale kwa garage. So you reach the garage. The person who is repairing your car takes 3 days to repair the car. What happens to your mangoes? Utaanza kuharibika, sio? So I'll ask you a question. What is the proximate cause of the loss of your mangoes? Sababu umepoteza mangoes. Is it the mechanic or the accident? Accident. So he's saying that if the mechanic had repaired very fast, mangoes ingekuwa sawa. Na kuna mwingine anasema kama ungepata ajali ungeenda kwa mechanic. So which is which? You can see how challenging it can be for insurance to establish a proximate cause. But in this case, the proximate cause is the first cause that caused all the other losses. So it is the accident. Yeah. We move to the 4th one, which is called indemnity. Indemnity is a big term, but it's a duty to pay for losses. The principle of indemnity is the one that states the purpose of insurance, which is to place the insured in the same financial position just before the accident. It can be said that this principle defines the purpose of insurance, which is to make financial compensation to the policyholder. When you take insurance, you have an expectation. When you take insurance, you have an expectation that in case of a loss that you have covered, you want to be paid. So this principle of indemnity is what defines the payment of losses. But for insurance, indemnity does not pay you to make profit. It takes you back to where you were just before the loss. You buy a car worth 1 million, you use it for 3 years. When you do a valuation, what would be the value? Say 700,000, the value of that car. So in case of an accident, will the insurance company pay you 1 million or will it pay you 700,000? 700,000. Why? That's the actual value of your car, because you are insured for that value. So indemnity is taking you back to where you were just before making a loss or before the accident. So it will not make you profit. Insurance does not make you to earn more than what you deserve. It just takes you back to where you are. The methods of providing indemnity. How are you paid by the insurance company? Indemnity can be indemnified. What I mean by you being indemnified is being compensated. You can be indemnified through payment of cash. You've gotten an accident, insurance company will pay you cash after doing the assessment. They pay you 100,000, 200,000 for the loss. They can do repair if you have a car. And it's not a matter to get money. They can tell you take to certain garage, the car is repaired. There is replacement. Replacement is if something is stolen from you. If you have insured your laptop, then your laptop just crashes or it is knocked. The only way that insurance company can give back or can indemnify you is replacing the laptop that you have. They cannot repair it. They cannot. Even if they repair, probably they may not be able to recover it. Or if it is stolen, the only way is to replace it. Reinstatement is taking you back to where you were through. If you have glass, you have insured glass. Come is a glass. You are transporting in a car. Then an accident happens. You lose the glass. So the only way is to replace or reinstate that glass that you have. What's the purpose of insurance? The purpose of insurance is to be compensated in case there is a loss. So for education policy, the person paying the premiums and the person who is the owner of the policy has died. Now they're going to be insured total for 10 years. So what will happen to this child? For education policy, there is what we call waiver of premium. Now the person who was paying has died. Now that's when insurance comes in. And that's now the importance of insurance. Because insurance will pay what you used to pay monthly until maturity. If you pick up maturity at the 10th year, then money is paid to the guardian to take the child to the school. But let me proceed to expound it further. That cause of death is important, and when. The cause and when. Because if you die 6 months, there is what we call a waiting period. If death happens for the first 6 months, and the death is natural death, then it is not paid. This is just to mitigate the risk of you knowing that this person has been very sick. Unajua ataenda in the next 2 weeks or 1 month, unaenda kuchukua policy so that alipwe na insurance company. So that is one is. But if the cause of death is accident, you know you cannot plan an accident. You can even take a policy today and tomorrow you are hit by a vehicle and you die. So accident has no waiting period. Anytime you die is covered. But for natural sickness, the first 6 months is exempted. Contribution. I'll ask you a question, class. What is your worth? Ukikufa wewe ni shilingi ngapi? In terms of insurance. In terms of insurance. You say how much? So no, I'm assuming wewe uko na life insurance, umecover in case of death. Ukifa wewe unaona insurance company should pay how much?
Mimi nasema hizo miaka nimekuwa kwa insurance kila siku mpaka ile siku.
Yaani itakuwa shilingi ngapi?
Haina like
haina value iko tu. Sio. Perfect answer. I want the last two persons to give me their values.
Your work is dependent on yourself and the amount of contribution you are ready to give. Because everybody has his own value. Unaweza niona sina maana lakini kwambie I'm a billion one.
Yes.
Provided now if I go to the insurance company, I'm able to.
Contribution only applies to property, not life. Because this principle explains how you can, some people can insure one vehicle with 3 insurance companies. I don't know for what reason. Uko na gari ama uko na nyumba, you take a domestic package. Domestic package insurance ya boma lako hapo nyumba. Kila kitu iko ndani na wizi inaweza fanyika na moto inaweza choma nyumba. So you take a domestic package in insurance A, B, C, D. So in case of a loss, insurance companies will not pay you. Each company will not pay you separate. They will contribute and pay what is the actual value. They will not make a profit. Because insurance is not about profit making, it's about indemnity, taking you back to where you were. So if it's a vehicle of 700,000 and you insure with 3 companies and you get total loss, called write-off in motor vehicle insurance, each company will pay you 700, 700, 700. They'll contribute in their own way and you get only 700. But for life, the way you've explained, you cannot value life. So if you take life insurance from 10 companies and you die, each company will pay separately. Because life insurance cannot be valued. You cannot value your life. I cannot say I'm worth 10 million, I cannot say I'm worth 2 million. There's no way I can say it. So insurance company, because they share data or information, they know which person are insured A, B, C, D. Then you just get 700. In fact, if the first company pays 700, one company will pay you 700, but that company is going to claim from the other companies to just share the loss. Number 2, yes.
Yeah. So
But sorry. But for life, we say life, all of them will pay you. Subrogation is the right of an insurer following a payment of claim to take over the insured's rights to recover payment from a third party who may have been responsible for the loss. It's limited to the amount paid and out under the policy. Let me explain it in a very simple way. You are driving your car. Let me not use that example of the car because I've used it so much. Let me use an example of you have been blamed. You have been blamed for causing a loss to a person who is insured. So the insurance company will pay that person who is covered. But the person who was insured will lose the rights to the insurance company. Because the insurance company can go after that person to get money back. You are driving, to make it simple, let me go back to the example of a car. You are driving your car which is not insured. Let me say it's not insured. Unagonga gari lingine. Huyo mtu alikuwa na insurance. Hiyo gari yake imeumia, imepata accident, damages is 150,000. Insurance company yake imelipa 150. You, the person who is covered, you have lost your rights to the insurance company. You are not supposed to go again and get money from that person to pay you 150. Because that right has gone to the insurance company. So you have been paid. So the insurance company has that right to go and claim from that third party, not you. That point is clear? Simple.